Good morning, Guardians. Briar Rabbit here. Yesterday, hotfix 2.4.1.1 arrived on consoles to fix a wide variety of issues. They're mostly quality of life fixes, and there were definitely some welcome changes. They fixed an issue where the taken Archon Priest in Winter's Run was not dropping skeleton keys at the intended rate. They blocked off the rooftops in the Crucible map Skyline to make them inaccessible. This may allow the map to come to Trials of Osiris. We'll have to wait and see. They fixed an issue where Rise of Iron, Vanguard, and Crucible weapons were not decrypting from engrams. They fixed an issue, again, where the Comitatus was continuing to not drop properly from faction packages for players who own Kondratayuk's Escape. They fixed an issue where armor decrypted from dusty iron engrams was dismantling into legendary marks. It will now dismantle into 1 silver dust. They removed silver dust costs to apply Iron Lord, Trials of Osiris, and Heroic Mode raid armor ornaments. Players will now earn Siva key fragments at an overall increased rate, although this does seem to be bugged. The first time a raid boss is killed on normal difficulty, they will drop 3 Siva key fragments. For the next kill that week, they will drop 2, and then just 1 on the 3rd kill that week. After the 4th or greater kill, the boss will no longer drop Siva key fragments for the week. The same behavior will occur for killing heroic bosses. These are all good fixes, and it makes me very happy to know that many of these were a direct result of feedback from the Destiny community. When players have an issue, Bungie responds, and as a player of Destiny, that feels good. But there's one quality of life change that players have been asking for since before Rise of Iron that's causing some major headaches for many of us Guardians. Vault space. Look, I know I'm a hoarder, but weapons and armor from past achievements in Destiny are more to me than just a bunch of irrelevant gear taking up space in my vault. They are trophies of past achievements. These weapons and pieces of armor have value that goes beyond how useful they are in-game. When I look at them, they tell me my story in Destiny. When I see my Atheon's epilogue, I remember the first time I saw one in the wild. A Void Burn Nightfall versus the Archon Priest. I remember my teammate laying down mass destruction on enemies and staring in awe. I remember entering the Vault of Glass for the first time, underleveled with a blue auto rifle primary, and busting my stones to beat the Templar. And I remember receiving my first Vault of Glass weapon. Hell, it was my first legendary primary. Atheon's epilogue. And that's not the only weapon that I have this kind of attachment to. In year 1, the best stuff in the game was way harder to get. You had to work your ass off. The Vex Mythoclast, the Hawkmoon, the Word of Crota, my first Vault of Glass raid helmet. I don't hang on to this stuff because it's OP and useful. I hang on to it like the trophy I won from winning a state championship in high school. It's a physical representation of an achievement that I worked really hard for. But unfortunately, a lot of that year 1 stuff, the stuff that I'm so attached to, just isn't that useful anymore. New weapons like the Clever Dragon, the Palindrome, or the Outbreak Prime are vying for inventory space that is currently filled with memories. And I'm forced to delete them. And I'll be honest, I don't feel the same attachment to year 2 and 3 weapons that I felt in year 1. You can ask me how I got any of my year 1 weapons, and I can tell you. Hawkmoon, Iron Banner. I lost the match, but I won a Hawkmoon. Icebreaker, I grinded for strange coins for an entire weekend so I could buy it from Xur. Praetorian Foil, I played Vault of Glass for a year and a half, and when I finally got it, I let out a yelp. How did I get most of my year 2 weapons? Zen Meteor, I farmed 3 of coins. Hereafter, I farmed 3 of coins. The experience, the story, and the attachments are just not there for these newer weapons. But to stay competitive in PvP and in PvE, I need to farm them, to collect them, and to make room for them. But only because we don't have enough vault space to keep the old and the new. Rise of Iron introduced a ton of new and exciting armor and weapons. Stuff I want to collect and enjoy. The Iron Banner, Rise of Iron Record Book, Trials of Osiris, Wrath of the Machine Raid, all of them have full sets of armor that I want to collect. But I'm out of room. I just need more space for all of this cool gear. So please, Bungie, figure this out. Give us more vault space. Let us keep collecting all the new gear, but don't make us delete the stuff we fought so hard to get. Next up, I wanted to talk about the Iron Banner just a little bit. If you're not aware, the Iron Banner is where it's at this week. The amount of awesome gear that you can get from competing in Iron Banner is just out of this world. First off, all of the armor is tier 12 capable. That's for all 3 character classes. Depending on what you want, fusion rifle ammo or shotgun ammo or hand cannon ammo, depending on how you want to build your character, there are some really good options out there. It's not all 100% max stats, but it's close enough that you'll be able to achieve tier 12 with any of these pieces of armor. There's 12 pieces of armor available, and frankly, I'd recommend trying to get as much of it as you can to build out tier 12 capable loadouts for as many types of situations that you can. This stuff is really, really good, and it's, usually I just pass on the vendor armor, just hope to get some stuff through end game rewards, but this week, man, it's important to buy some of this stuff. Also, the weapons on hand are phenomenal. This Silver Dread, I play with this gun a lot because I really like the sound effects, I really like the look of it. And this roll is pretty good too. We've got aggressive ballistics to give you a bit more impact. We got brace frame to give it some stability, extended mag to make up for the amount of bullets in your magazine that you lose with brace frame. And you got counterbalance to, again, increase the stability. This is a really strong roll on this machine gun. And it's not, it's not the perfect machine gun out there, but it's a very good one, and it's a very satisfying one. The sound it makes is out of this world, and it just looks cool as hell, like all the other Iron Banner weapons as well. Next, we've got the Clever Dragon, and honestly, this is probably a top 5 weapon in the Crucible, if not higher than that. It is an unbelievable Crucible weapon right now. It's got a 0.8 second time to kill. The perks on the vendor roll are very strong. We've got brace frame, again, to increase that stability, which is very strong on this. We got snapshot, so you can bring your weapon into ADS much quicker. And then we got a choice between counterbalance and life support. Now, I've actually got a roll that has brace frame and counterbalance on it, and I don't mind it. Some players complain that counterbalance, while it takes away your side-to-side recoil, it adds a little bit of vertical recoil. And I can definitely see that, but I definitely find that vertical recoil is a lot easier to control than side-to-side recoil. But if you don't like counterbalance, life support is a fantastic perk because, you have a chance of getting all your health back after a kill, which means that you're just ready to jump in there and get another kill. So I've been having a ton of fun with Iron Banner. You guys know me. I really enjoy Iron Banner because it's kind of my best opportunity to play PvP with a lot of folks who hang out on my Twitch stream. It's a really good time, but no matter what, definitely try and compete in the Iron Banner this week. Get some of this armor, get this Clever Dragon vendor roll. If you don't get a better version from a endgame reward, this is a very strong roll on this pulse rifle. And like I said before, this is a top 5 weapon right now in the Crucible meta. It is very, very good. If you've never been able to get a grasp of Malik, or the grasps that you've gotten have been shitty rolls, this thing is going to help you out quite a bit. So definitely do some Iron Banner this week. It's a very strong week. That's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you have a topic or a community creation that you'd like to see featured on an episode of GMG, shoot me a tweet with the description and a link with the hashtag GoodMorningGuardians. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.